Alright, it is time for some rank 3 Mangog gameplay yet again. This man is just doing so good this meta, and he just continues to crush it. Now this is a rank 5 Serpent here, and yeah, it's a pretty clean matchup. I do get hit once, but it's no big deal because Mangog is just super tanky, and yeah, he is honestly pretty decent for Serpent this meta, but I feel like outside of it he might be like a bit worse overall. But yeah, check this out. We're gonna go in, drop the SP2, and yeah, look at the damage output here. We get a very nice crit, then we go back in and he gets neutralized so he doesn't get the death immunity, and that fight was 38 seconds for a rank 5 Serpent. That's honestly pretty wild, you know? I think that's pretty great. Now we have this rank 2 Mangog. We have some Mangog versus Mangog action. Only the strongest survives, and you know, mine being an extra rank higher, I think he's gonna get the dub pretty easily. But yeah, nothing too crazy here, just a simple Mangog fight. Like, here's the thing, I think Mangog is a pretty great defender at rank 3, but like at rank 2, I think he has fallen off quite a bit, but like, yeah, that's why I think he's such a good rank 3, because he's such a good defender, and as you can see right here, he's pretty great on attack too. But here I go back in, drop another SP2, and yeah, this matchup is just going so good so far, and it's honestly just about over now. And that was like 40 something seconds for a rank 2 Mangog. You know, super unideal matchup, but doesn't matter. And speaking of unideal, here is this Scorpion fight. And if you can't tell by now, we are doing the class Gauntlet. So yeah, it's a very fun challenge that I added to the channel where like you have to do one of each class with the champion, and once you do that, you complete the Gauntlet. And this is Mangog's Gauntlet. I've done it with Adam Warlock already, and that was pretty fun, but Mangog is gonna do it just as good, if not better. So yeah, here he drops the SP2, no big deal. I go back in, drop my own SP2, and now it's time for the massive heavy charge. And yeah, the damage output is pretty sweet. We get a beautiful crit there, go back in. I could have done a heavy there, but I didn't. I get evaded, but I also don't lose that much health, and that's just that. 42 seconds, Ascended Scorpion, not too shabby at all. But now we have, let's see here, a Bullseye fight. Now, I showed Bullseye before already, but he is just so perfect for him. It is honestly insane. Yeah, like outside of this meta, he might not be too great for Bullseye, but in this current meta at least, he is just crushing every Bullseye that there is. And it's really satisfying. But yeah, we nullify that, go back in, and this is looking pretty good so far. Just have to play it slow, not like mess up at all, because yeah, if you mess up once with Bullseye, he is just very unforgiving. Here he drops the SP1, that's perfect, and here we stagger the Indestructible yet again, and so we can just go back in, drop a combo after this, and then drop the SP2, and the damage output is just very nice. Go back in, drop the massive heavy attack, we get the full charge, we get a full crit too, and it just one-shots him. That is just insane. It is honestly just so crazy fun. But here is a repeat. If you didn't watch my last Mangog video, then this fight is new to you, but if you already saw it, here is just another look at Mangog versus Onslaught. I think this matchup is very fun, very scary too, because Onslaught is a very scary defender, but if you can pull it off, it is just super satisfying. And yeah, Mangog is taking Serpent, Bullseye, and Onslaught in this video. That is insane, right? Like that is like the trio of the toughest defenders right now, and he is just handling them very well. That kind of shows how like good Mangog is this meta. And you know, I'm really happy about it because I'm a huge fan of this character. I think he is really fun to play. And yeah, we're gonna go back in, do the heavy charge, and he hasn't fell for it yet, but now he does. Drop another SP2, and that just does it. Sub 1 minute, you love to see it. Now here is a final fight in the Gauntlet. We have this Sherry, only a rank 1, so not the biggest deal, but like, I think tech defenders are kind of in the bin now, so I just couldn't really find one, so I had to hit up my friend Normax, and he was like, okay, I'll help you out. And so yeah, shout out to him. And he's also doing a Shuri fight too. He's doing Adam Warlock versus Shuri, like while I'm doing this fight. So it's a race. Let's see who wins it though. But yeah, Shuri drops the SP1, no big deal. I go back in, and now we're just looking pretty good here. We're at 10 charges. She drops a heavy attack though, so she is untouchable right now, but that's fine. We drop the SP2 after this, and yeah, it's time to heavy charge up. And look at this damage output. Just look at it. Crit, 77,000 again, and yeah, we won. Sorry, Norm. It is what it is. But here we have this rank 3 Terex as well. Just some bonus matchups here. Yeah, the Gauntlet, pretty easy for Mangog. That wasn't too much of a struggle because he is just perfect this meta. And yeah, he is just crushing it, man. Like, here's the thing with Mangog. If he's not, like, good for any fight on attack, he's still a rank 3 Mangog. So you can still place him, and he will still win a ton of rounds because he is just a very annoying defender. But yeah, Mangog just still crushing it on both attack and defense, but especially attack this time around. But yeah, now I charge up my heavy attack, and the damage output is very nice. A massive burst of energy damage there. Go back in, drop the SP2. It does some pretty great damage, and yeah, a very fun matchup. 51 seconds, you love to see it. But then yeah, CGR kind of did his thing over there, but it's no big deal because that was still a very fun fight. Now I want to show a bad Mangog matchup, and I want to show this because the recovery is still very good here. Here's a rank 2 Maestro, no big deal for Mangog, right? Until it became a big deal, because yeah, I kind of messed up this fight, and you know, nothing I could do about it really. It was just, I guess, bad AI. But yeah, he still does very good here. We nullified the indestructible, so that's pretty sweet. He drops the SP1 here, that's fine. And yeah, I go back in after this, drop my own SP2, and here I mess up because I didn't play around the charges well enough, so he gets the glancing, which sucks because yeah, I don't have my damage now. But then I drop the SP2, and it still does some pretty great damage output. Then I drop the SP1, and then we have the staggers back up. So then after this, the glancing disappears, which is perfect. And yeah, I go back in, drop the SP2, and this matchup is now over. So that was not clean at all, but he still recovered it very well, and it still won me the round. So yeah, pretty good stuff by Mangog. Mangog is just so fun. He's like such a fun character, and usually I like having fun with champions in Battlegrounds, but Mangog isn't just fun right now. He is actually like one of my best attackers, and that's so cool because I get to play a champion that I just really enjoy. So yeah, more Mangog madness here. Completed the Gauntlet and just had some extra fights there to show you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on rank 3 Mangog, and yeah, that's about it for me.